you wonder why some of us wear something on our hip? No. Just to start a conversation, just to keep a conversation going. You'd be surprised the number of times in line to check out at Walmart or Albertsons, I get the chance to talk about my Constitution because of what I wear. There are other reasons too. So our last speaker changes just a little bit. Pastor Chris Donnelly represents Voices for Family Values. It's a different organization than the Tea Party organization. Again, a conservative family values organization. And I'm not going to take any of his thunder. I'm just going to let him go ahead and speak with you. Pastor Chris Donnelly.
I can never stand still. My name is Chris Donnelly, and I'm a pastor up in Santa Fe, and I have been having the honor to speak with Tea Party groups from Santa Fe all the way down to Las Cruces. And I work for two organizations. One of them is Voices for Family Values. And I'm going to ask my wife if she'll stand up, and some of the gentlemen who are here, if you can help her, I just want you guys to get a copy of this. This is sort of what we stand for. We're a 501c3 organization, so again, same like Rio Grande Foundation, we're tax deductible, and that is the education wing of what we do. And then also, our sister organization is TVACNM, which is Traditional Values Action Committee New Mexico. And that's a long name, but we are a 501c4 political action committee. And what we've learned is we needed a political arm to put some muscle to what we were doing. You know, we were talking and no one was listening, so we started this PAC. And so I want to talk to you sort of from the political action committee side of the house tonight. I have the honor and privilege to work with Focus on the Family, which is a group out of Colorado Springs that helps educate people on biblical worldview. And then they also are set up like us. They have a political action committee as well called Citizen Link. And we're working to become fully affiliated with them. And so in the process, I've been getting trained on how to get out the troops and how to get out the vote. And so in my training, one of the groups worked up in Wisconsin and said, hey, I was at a dinner in Colorado Springs. They said, wouldn't it be great if all of us went and helped out with the recall Walker election? And the whole party, thought, yeah, that's great. And I knew right away, I said, okay, we're going. So I called my wife, hey, I'm leaving in about a week to go run up to Wisconsin. And so we went up there and we started to use this new technology that has been given to us. And that night, it's about 2 a.m. in the hotel room after Walker wins. And Karl Rove gets on Fox News and he says, you know, we're looking at this and the conservatives have now at least equal and if not beaten the liberals on the ground game. They understand the ground game and we're looking at this. And it looks like Waukesha. Waukesha is the reason why the Walker recall went over so well. And I'm in Waukesha and I just felt this work in Waukesha. So I'm like jumping up and down, dancing in the hotel room at like 2 in the morning. Getting ready to catch a flight. You may say, what exactly is that technology? Well, we've brought it now here to New Mexico, and this is what we're going to be doing over the next couple weeks. Last Tuesday, I was with 2 other people at our brand new call center. There was only 3 of us. And within a couple hours' time, we made just under 1,500 phone calls. And you may say, how in the world does 3 people make 1,500 phone calls? We have this new system that's called predictive dialing. And it gets better the more people who use it. What happens is you get on the phone and music starts playing. You dial a 1-800 number and it has a PIN. And as soon as it picks up, you're able to voter ID is what we're doing right now. And so you'll pick up the phone, you find out some key information things. And instead of like writing things down or filling in the bubbles, it's 3 quick questions. And as soon as they hang up, you push the pound key. And then you can enter in the codes for whoever, however they answered. So instead of like back in the, how many of you guys have done call centers before, going out? I figured a bunch of us have. And so this is, instead of like the bubble sheets or things like that, you just enter it right on the phone line, the computer does all the work for you. So as soon as you're hanging up, it's already calling more people. And it can predict with all the different people doing it. And we just had someone today, they did a tweak on our system, and they said today, 3 people in under an hour did 780 phone calls. And so it's just amazing the technology that we have now. I want to invite you, I'm going to be standing over here when I'm done. If you're interested, want to check it out, want to come volunteer, come see me. I have information on where it's at and how you can get involved in that. So there's sort of 3 steps what we're doing between here and November I want to talk to you really quickly about. First one is, like I said, we're doing voter ID. We're going out, we're finding, we have a whole incredible system. I heard this said once, let me give you a little precursor. If you like politics or if you like meat, don't watch how either one is made. And that's certainly true what I'm about to tell you. We have a group that has had over 300 million entries into the system. You know, if you subscribe for a magazine, if you have different credit cards, different things like that, all that information goes to different companies. That's how they know how to advertise to you. And so this group has bought all these different things, and then we've been able to narrow it down. We bumped this up against voter registration. And so we can see exactly how people are registered, where, you know, in what areas that they're interested in. And so we have a pretty good idea. So like, for example, when I went to Wisconsin, we went to go knock on doors. And as we were knocking on doors, the first question we'd ask is, how do you rate Governor Walker and how he's doing? 1 being the worst, 5 being the best. And about half of the people, we were going to find the independents, people who were not quite sure in how they stood. And about half of the people were almost apologetic. They were like, 3? And like almost sorry about it. But we knew that's why we were going there. And it's incredibly accurate. So we're calling people right now and we're sort of seeing where they stand. And then the other 2 questions we asked, the first one is, who are you supporting for president? Next 2 questions have to do with, what are the 2 most important issues to you? And so about 2 months from now, we're going to get out of voter ID. We'll get through all of our lists where we're not sure where people stand. And then we'll go to education. And so those topics that they said are most important to them, that's the topics we're going to be hitting them with. Whether it be with phone calls, we'll be doing postcard mail-outs, we'll be doing door knocking. And so getting into the door knocking side of things, you guys have seen all the liberal Obama supporters have the tablets and they're going door to door. We have that stuff now. And so we're going and we know exactly which doors. We're not going to waste time going to every single door on every single block. You know, if we know they're absolutely 100% behind Obama, why waste our time? Same thing, if we know they're 100% behind, you know, the conservative, we're not going to waste our time. You know, we already know they're going to go out and vote. They're 4 for 4, right? They voted 4 times in the last 4 elections. We're not going to waste our time at that door either. We're going to focus our time and energy on the doors where we're not quite sure where they're at, or maybe they need an extra little push. And so the tablets will send us exactly to those doors that we need to go to. And then same thing with the questions we're asking them, the way we're motivating. We plug it all into this tablet, and then it's done. And so Karl Rove, I think, was absolutely right. We have equaled, if not surpassed, where the liberals have stood on ground game and how we're going to go out and vote. So I'm glad to be able to have the privilege to be here with you guys today, and we're just here to partner with you. I was in a board meeting with another Tea Party group yesterday, and I was talking to them a little bit about some of our analysis and races and things like that. And if there's any way our group can support you guys, please, you have my phone number, you have my email. I get back to everyone within under an hour. I sleep with my email. One quick note, yeah, my wife's really thrilled about that. As I close up real quick, this is actually my wife's first Tea Party meeting. You know, with work, I've been going to a ton of them. We pull in the parking lot, and she sees all you guys' bumper stickers, and she's like, ooh, friends, this is great. You know, we live in Santa Fe, so this is sort of a big issue for us. Thank you so much for having us, and like I said, I'll be over here if you have any questions for me. Thanks a lot.